The Duchess of Edinburgh is reportedly tipped for a more prominent role within the monarchy. The Duchess of Edinburgh is believed to be one King Charles's secret weapons after many of her recent trips have gone under his radar. The 58-year-old has taken on more important visits in the past few years, but these have gone fairly unnoticed as publicity has fallen on more senior members of the royal family. Sophie recently carried out a 4-day visit to Iraq to raise awareness surrounding the challenges that Iraqi women and girls face. The trip, which was previously unannounced, was kept under wraps for security reasons. It was carried out at the request of the Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office. In support of the Women, Peace and Security Agenda, WPS, as stated by the palace, the Daily Mail's diary editor Richard Eden wrote in his Palace Confidential newsletter about the little coverage that Sophie gained on her recent visits, particularly the one to Iraq. Eden wrote, "It was an important visit, but attracted very little media coverage, partly because the government didn't want to publicize it until after it had happened, for security reasons." Eden went on to point out another trip that Sophie made last year that, in turn, also received little attention. He wrote, "When Sophie became the first royal to visit South Sudan in 2020 and the first to the Democratic Republic of the Congo last year, her trips received similarly little attention." Last month, Sophie's 4-day Iraq visit included 2 days in Baghdad. During those 2 days, Sophie continued her work of championing the survivors of conflict-related sexual violence, despite the Foreign Office typically advising against travel to the majority of provinces in Iraq. Sophie was able to spend time in a high school where she spoke to students and teachers about education for young women in the country, as well as speaking to women there about their wishes and hopes for the future ahead. Sophie also